Hi everyone, my name is Amy, and this piece came from a main character in another piece called A Walk. Although it's a lot different than the piece A Walk, it still contains important subliminal messages and emotions about the character and me, and it's called Pieces of Perfection. My dream house has the bed from the Robertsons that felt like a big furry bear hugging you, if bears weren't huge, hungry killing machines like they are in reality. The next most important dream house thing is Charlie, the silver refrigerator from the Annenbergs that sparkled in the sunlight at 4 in the afternoon. Charlie was always filled with at least 2 jars of extra sour dill pickles, mint chocolate chip ice cream, leftover brownies from dessert, and everything else you could possibly crave in the morning. Charlie deserved better than a kitchen that was 200 years before his time. There were never enough comfortable seats to satisfy everyone. 2 of them were so rickety, and the others pretty much just lost the fluff in their seats. Every Friday in my dream house is Miss Carbone's prosciutto and beans, but not on her plates because the bottom was always oily, even though she says she cleans them thoroughly. You can't enjoy a nice oily plate of prosciutto and beans so properly prepared by Miss Carbone's gentle, wrinkled hands in the raw atmosphere. That's why my dream house kitchen has to be an exact copy of the Kersey's kitchen with its polished granite counters and professionally aged wooden cabinets and the crystal clear French windows above the sink painted a perfect blue that you can only experience when you're awake at dawn. The soft white real leather high stools that surround the island complete the picture. The Kersey's kitchen always smelled like freshly baked honey rolls and green tea. Mr. Kersey depended on honey rolls and green tea to get through the day. Down the short hallway, my dream living room has a flat screen TV that sits on an oak entertainment wall like the Crawfords, but it doesn't smell like the lemon furniture polish Mr. Crawford always used to make sure his creation looked like he just built it yesterday. He was really into lighthouses in the sea. Every surface of that oak entertainment wall was filled with trinkets, model lighthouses, and ships and bottles to make up for his unquenched thirst for the sight of the ocean. On my dream entertainment wall will be the cream-colored shell that I took from Mr. Crawford that reminds me of the conch in Lord of the Flies. I'll have a white bay window with a white bench and throw pillows like the ones Mr. Crawford's mother made. Their bench is probably still covered with my butt prints. I spent most of my Crawford nights staring out the window instead of sleeping in my smelly bed. The whole living room would fit in my dream house if it not for the cold tile floors and the hideous green and brown living room set. The walls were painted vomit green, but each to their own. If only Mr. Crawford had Taymor's brown leather living room set with the soft beige carpet. My room will just be like Madison Winters, but without her. Let's just say she was a mess, and you have to be insane to want to be like that. All the other rooms in my house and my backyard would be like the Brennans. It's not something you can describe. Words simply cannot do justice to the marvelousness of the Brennans. You need to live it to understand it. A house can't be a home without family. David Brennan will be my older brother. He was the kindest out of the 3 Brennan brothers. David always treated you like a human being, even if you were temporary. He listened even if everyone else decided you weren't worth the investment. And I will give Clarice the world's best little sister award. She's the sweetest and the most precious little girl in the world. In 2 weeks, she'll be turning 4. Clarice is the only person I would ever describe as lovely, and that says a lot. Lovely is a word that I will only use for the special ones. I wish I could watch her grow up. I wouldn't call her annoying or treat her like a pest like the way her real big sister does. Mr. and Mrs. Stone King will be our parents. They were the ones that I miraculously left on a good note. When I lived with the Stone Kings, the family that shall remain nameless was going to adopt me, but changed their mind and adopted a dog from the shelter instead. They named us Caesar to be unique, but Caesar was a mythological widow whose tears rained on Ireland, but I don't think they did their research. In my dream house, The Stone King stayed forever, and every morning we would wake up to a clean plate of golden pancakes and hash browns made my way. With good food in our stomachs, we run off to catch the bus as I hold Clarice's hand.